Hey, what's going on, y'all? Like I told you guys on the last video, I just want to bring you up to speed to what direction I was going in, what things I had going on with the mentorship and whatnot. So, again, like I said, if you want to support the next move, if you want to be a part of it, the links to donate, be a part, phone number, email, everything is in the description, everything is in the video. Like I told you guys last time, we're gonna get back to the daily Jews, we're gonna get back to the events. And I touched on this one, I think it had to be like April. I touched on this one about a month or two ago, month and a half. But I really felt the need to touch it again, because like I said, I draw a lot of my inspiration, a lot of the things I'm going to discuss, I draw those from personal experiences and personal interactions. And like I said, that one was regarding yes men, and just having individuals around you who they don't have the heart to, whether it be conflict, whether it be they don't want to, a good debate on their hands, or just your comfortability. I know a lot of people who have a number of these individuals in their circle, who just refuse to tell them, easiest way to put it, just tell them when they're tripping, tell them when they're slipping, tell them when they, they out there looking crazy, things of that nature. And just building off that last video regarding that, I just want to touch on that again. Like I said, it's something I see running rampant within a lot of circles of people, a lot of groups of people, whether it be friends, whether it be relationship, whether it be family. And a lot of circles, we have people who are afraid to, they're afraid to rattle or shake our comfortability. They're afraid to, just be the one in the circle or the group that doesn't co-sign. And I said this a while back, and I'll say it again, and I've learned this through my own experiences. Hopefully everyone in the circle can be like that, but sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. But when it doesn't, it's always a great thing also to have that one, have that two. But you got to have that person around you, that person that's in your ear, that person that's within your circle. They're headstrong, they're strong-willed. They're not afraid to rattle your comfortability. They're not afraid, of a good debate, or it may even turn into an argument. But sometimes you need that tough love, not that reassurance of, oh, it's gonna be okay every time you slip up, every time you do something foolish. You don't need the person that jumps up and says yes to everything you do. Just like I said a second ago, you'll find yourself out here looking crazy. You'll find yourself making poor decisions and reaping the havoc of making poor decisions. And those very same yes men, those people who are around you, they're going to be there again in those same times of depletion, those same times when you're down, and 9 times out of 10, they really don't have a remedy, they don't have a solution. Or they're just scared, or, like I said, they're so in tune with your comfortability that they won't even tell you, they won't give you their honest opinion. They won't tell you when you're just blatantly just looking crazy or doing something foolish. They're typically the people who, who always reassure you in bad times that everything is going to be okay, or it'll work itself out, rather than smacking you upside the head, or everyone makes mistakes. Those are a lot of the words and a lot of sayings those kind of people use, especially in times of need, especially in times when you're down bad. And like I said, I see it all the time, from older generations to younger. Just in my own circle of people, my own family. I know groups of cousins within my own family, who partake in drugs every day, who partake in chasing women every day, do absolutely nothing. They have no goals. I'm not gonna say they don't have goals, but they have no goals that they're actively chasing. They utilize the 24 hours of every day to party, do drugs, and chase women. And again, like I said, there has to be somebody within your circle who, who stops you. Like I said, smack you in the back of the head and is gonna ask you, what are your long-term goals? What is the vision? And if you just so happen to have one, how are the things that we're doing on a daily basis as far as drugs, women, and wasting gas and time? How is that conducive to the overall goal? And if it's not, then that's something you got to check. And like I said, relationships too. I know a lot of friends who are dealing with different realms in their relationship, or different things they're going through. But you'll have that one friend that's so in love with your comfortability that they'll co-sign that nonsense. They'll co-sign you sleeping with multiple men or multiple women. They'll co-sign you know, the worst things in the world, things that they would never do personally, but they'll co-sign them out of your comfortability, because they feel like they're a bad friend if they go against the grain. I mean, just my honest opinion, I don't feel like you're the greatest friend if you're co-signing my demise. If you're co-signing things that aren't conducive to me bettering my life or bettering my goals. Not that you're a bad friend, but you definitely got some things you need to work on as well to be a better friend. I am one that also believes in, you know, once you speak to a person a number of times, you have to let them learn by example. But I'm also one that believes in speaking to them in the first place, especially if you walk that road. If you see error in their ways, real ones, solid individuals in your circle are gonna pull you to the side and say, hey, you tripping. You looking crazy right now. You looking real stupid out here. And like, one thing I solely firmly believe in is you're going to get as far as the company you keep. If you hang with scrubs all day, 9 times out of 10, one of these days you might materialize into a scrub, or you might already be a scrub. And the worst part about it is that you're going to be a happy scrub. You're going to be a content scrub. You're going to be okay with that because the circle of people that you surround yourself with are okay with that. And you know, I tell people all the time, we're creatures of habit. We tend to emulate the things we see, hear, and are surrounded with. It's like, you know, like I'm saying, like, recent interactions, just talking to people, that is one of the biggest things. I even noticed in my circle, you know, it's gotten much smaller because I'm not the person that's always gonna hold my tongue. I won't lie, I do need to work on my delivery. You know, a lot of times I don't use the best words. I may not describe things in the best manner, but I try to be transparent with my feelings, my thoughts, my views, my perspective, and my actions. I always try to be honest. You know, I've got into heated arguments with my mother. I got into arguments with my grandmother, cousins, brothers, everybody. I really feel like as you know, as family, as friends, as partners, whatever the status of the relationship may be, you have a responsibility to be strong-willed, to be headstrong, to be willing to step to your friend or your partner and say, hey, you're doing something wrong, or I feel like you're going about that the wrong way. It's too many of us who are just standing by, letting our, you know, our so-called friends that we can't love about just, you know, travel a road of destruction. It's a lot of people that you may be hanging with right now, or that you may kick it with on Saturdays, or you may, you know, hang out with every now and then. They're heading absolutely nowhere. But you taking them out to the club every time y'all hang out. Y'all partaking in drugs. Y'all chasing women together. That is doing absolutely nothing for them. And I feel like you're even more at fault if you found a way to surpass that person as far as goals and as far as progression in life, and you have sense enough to tell them, sorry, not have sense enough to tell them, but you have sense enough to know how to do it the right way, but you failed to tell them. I feel like that's an even bigger letdown. How can I let you touch a stove and I built them? I know I'm like the back of my hand, but I'm gonna let you touch it anyway, because that's just the friend I am. You know, it's fun for you. This is entertaining. So I'd rather you destroy yourself or self-destruct, you know, for the simple fact of entertaining. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go back to my nice car and my nice house, you know, and my great living arrangements. While that habit I partake with you within, you know, on the weekends or the weekdays, it's slowly destroying you. You know, 100%, I know good. I 100% know better. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know this is not good for us, but for the sake of fun, for the sake of your happiness, I'm going to continue to feed your bad habits, or continue to feed things that aren't conducive to your progression or your betterment. As a friend you don't want, especially somebody who knows better. You know, it's one thing to be ignorant to the situation. It's one thing not to know better. It's a whole other thing when you can identify your problems and you consistently take part in them. That's somebody who doesn't want to get better. That's not a problem. That's actually a habit. But you know, like I said on the last one, y'all, I'm not gonna talk y'all to death. I'm sure we've all been there if we're not there right now. We may have little cousins, we may have brothers and sisters, we may have anybody, you know, who has a goal in mind or has something they should be focused on. But you know, they're taking time out to chase men or women. They're taking time out to, you know, to spend all their money and you know, and high-end stores to impress strangers for 7 or 8 minutes of intimacy. They're taking part in drugs. And, you know, like I said on the last video, it's a lot of people out here living a rock star lifestyle from their mother's basement or their mother's couch. There's something wrong with that, y'all. We gotta not only hold ourselves accountable, but the people around us. Again, you're only gonna get as far as the company you keep. If you hang around with losers, then, you know, at some point in time, y'all are gonna get accustomed to losing. Y'all are gonna appreciate losing, and y'all gonna eventually feel like losing is just, that's just part of the game. That's just what it is. And once you get accustomed, or not accustomed, but once you get used to that type of environment, that type of habit, that's where you'll find yourself 50 years old with that same circle. You guys live on that same street, doing those same things you did every day. And like I said, I'm just here to tell you, if you got any goals in mind, you got anything you're trying to accomplish, the woman you keep around you, the man you keep around you, the company you keep around you, all these things are vital to your progression and your betterment. You have to have somebody in the circle that's strong-willed. They're not afraid to go toe-to-toe with you. They're not afraid to go head-to-head. They're not scared of a good argument. They're not scared of a good debate. They're going to smack you in the back of your head, grab you by your shirt, whatever needs to be done to let you know that you need to rearrange some things in your life. All of us have friends or family that don't prioritize correctly, but we'll still go to that mall with them and help them pick out a Jordan to buy. We'll still put that blunt to their mouth and help them get high. We'll pass them that bottle, knowing it's a million other things they could be doing with this money, a million other goals they could be chasing, a million other material things or non-material things that they could be investing their money and time in. But we still find ourselves taking part in these things with them for their comfortability and for the sake of a good time. Like I said, y'all, those things catch up. Time has a funny way of lapsing us. And, it's not all fun and games when you're 35 and you're scanning video games at GameStop. You got a 30-minute lunch, you get in trouble every day because, you have to run home to make a sandwich because you don't have the means to buy a lunch. It's all fun and games when you're 40 and you're getting cursed out because, you didn't make the burger properly. I know a lot of us have dreams, we have aspirations, we have visions, we have things we want to do. Should you not redefine yourself, redefine your circle, and make sure you're running with a strong, cohesive unit that's going to do things that are conducive to the overall goal, you're going to find yourself with those very same individuals in the very same spot. The same people you hung out with at 20, you guys will be hanging out at 40 doing the same things. Out on the scene looking for love, bar hopping, buying nick and dime bags of drugs to get high, Febreze in your room because your mom is on the way home and you're 40 years old. That's not life. That's no way to live, y'all. And not to talk down on anybody that's in that position. Those are actually great people to have conversations with, because a lot of those people can be guiding lights on how to not get there. I'm never downing, because we can all learn from each other. Whether you're in a good or great position, we can all take something from each other's testimony and stories. But again, like I said, I'm not going to talk y'all to death, y'all. Today was just about surrounding yourself with conscious, like-minded, strong-willed individuals. Hang with somebody that cares about your well-being more than your comfortability. They're more invested into the future you than the right now you. That's really the key. Find somebody who's more worried about you 20 years from now than you having a good time on Saturday. But again, y'all, I'm going to repeat it one more time. You are going to get as far as the company you keep. Another vent, daily jewel, we really never know. You guys know, like I said, I pull from my personal interactions. Anything could happen in the next 3 days. But anyway, that's today's vent. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. And again, if you want to be a part of the upcoming back to school giveaway, be sure to hit the link below. All the links there to donate or assist. Whichever role you want to play. If you want to sit back and watch history be made, that's fine with me too. But again, y'all, link in the bottom, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.